NBC News correspondent Heidi Prisbilla has the details. What can you tell us about these ventilators?
Right, Mika. This is internal correspondence between the Trump administration and Philips Respironics, which has one of the largest contracts for ventilators with the administration. It's a 40-page report given first to NBC. And what it shows is that the Trump administration paid almost $500 million more than it should have for 40,000 ventilators. That is more than any other purchaser, Mika. Even small purchases like the state of Missouri paid for a single ventilator. It's 5 times what the Obama administration paid, for instance, for similar ventilators back in 2014. Secondly, the correspondence shows that there was really a lack of urgency. This was all happening back in January when Philips reached out and said, hey, looks like you got a problem here. Maybe we should expedite production of these ventilators. Well, that contract didn't actually get executed until about April. Take a listen here to Representative Raja Krishnamoorthi, who is the committee chair who led up this investigation.
I think that the American taxpayers got ripped off and Donald Trump got taken to the cleaners by a European company selling ventilators. He likes to talk about the art of the deal, but here one could say that the company practiced the art of the steal and the American taxpayers paid for it. In fact, they paid 5 times what they had originally contracted for an equivalent ventilator. And then secondly, they didn't have the ventilators when they needed them, when there was a dramatic shortage at the beginning of the pandemic.
So the Trump administration overall has spent about $3 billion, Mika, on ventilators. And the congressman told me that this raises a lot of questions, frankly, about all of those purchases. Philips was one of the biggest, but there's many other deals that this administration had cut. The internal correspondence shows that this was all led by Peter Navarro. The final deal was formalized by a Kushner roommate, and the majority of the correspondence was from an aide who is a 2019 college graduate working for Peter Navarro. They never tried to negotiate this price, just paid that price of $15,000 per ventilator, Mika. And now this committee, the Democrats in the committee, are calling for this money to be given back, clawed back, whatever needs to be done for what they call here a fleecing of the American taxpayer. Mika?